question for you. Have you ever said yes when you really mean no?
Yes.
Have you ever driven yourself so hard you're not just overwhelmed, you're exhausted?
Yes.
I know, I've been there too. And I want you to know that based on my research, looking at leadership trends and insights, I'm going to show you how to expand time and money. Yeah. You're going to learn that right here, right now. And we're going to turn one-time buyers to long-term relationships. And I'm going to help you retain your best talent. Yes. So here's the deal. Before we go forward, let's take just a little trip backwards. In the history of leadership, it really started in tribes, right? Tribes, monarchy, military, all super good stuff. Except the way that that's leading is typically a command and control style of leadership. And while that served the time, and there's nothing wrong with it, it kept us safe, it's now time to look at more modern ways of being. Are you ready? Yes. All right. So the first thing I would like to share is that it's not just about the survival of the fittest. Although that will help us with a great value chain and great strategy and great command, we need those things, it's really based on this situation. And so what we're going to be talking about today is being nurtured and how we can bring more nurture into our lives, right? When we're overwhelmed, wouldn't that be a great thing to have in our companies, in our organizations, in our homes? So soft skills are essential. It's just not an option to go backwards anymore. So there's 6 personas. I'm going to go through each of them. None of them are wrong. They're all perfect. And when you put them in the right situation, they're going to serve the situation best. So each of them, you have probably 1 or 2 dominating parts of that. And you can tap in and access all of them. So the first one we're going to go through is kahuna. And the kahuna, there you go. The kahuna is what you would love to see in every CEO. They have command and they have heart. They're able to invent something, they have vision, and they're also to connect with their second in command. Who'd like a really great second in command? Anybody? Yeah. I know, right? Like having somebody that's super good. And so they're able to really build that relationship. The next one is catalyzer. And the catalyzer takes the information from the vision and has the plans, has the system, has the structure, looks at the data, creates the stability, but also taps into their intuition. And the third one is the activator. And you've probably heard that before. It's in many other assessments, but this one's a little different. It's not just about creating action, it's also about creating relationships with teams. Now, the next one is the one I want to dive into a little bit more, and I just want to invite you to take a deep breath with me and put your hands on your heart and remember that part of your heart that's beating right now, remembering that you are nurtured and loved and taken care of. And imagine that you've just come home from a long day of work. You're greeted by your favorite person. They have your favorite beverage. They're guiding you to your favorite room. And there you sit in the best experience of your day. This nurturer is what we need in organizations. The persona that looks and says, I can see things through the eyes of your customer. I know what your customer's customer wants. And I'm going to help you take that one-time buyer and turn it into a long-term relationship. The next persona is the cultivator. And the cultivator is a true people leader. This is someone who creates a winning culture, deep listening, empathetic, can stay with you through and steady you through expressing your feelings. Whatever those feelings are, there's no shame in any feeling. This cultivator is someone who you not only want to have listening to what's happening with your customers, but also someone who can help you keep your best employees. And the last one is the innovator. And the innovator these days think about Reed Hastings and Netflix, right? Looking outside of your industry to support you with what's next for you. How can you expand time and money, not just what your industry is doing, but how can you be an industry disruptor? So go ahead and get out your assessment results, and we're going to go ahead and share which scenario fits each persona best.